So I kind of wanted to make a recording exploring existential crisis or depression. So I think we've been taught that depression is a negative thing, and anything that we perceive to be negative, I feel, is actually a pivotal moment in life when you're about to take your level of being to the next level. The problem is we've become so accustomed to numbing discomforting sensations through medicines and distractions and recreational drugs and activities that we never quite make the breakthrough. It's important whenever you feel any type of heavy or dense emotion and it's come to the surface for you to contend with, deal with it. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to numb it. I mean, everybody's different. Like, I understand that different people have different thresholds depending on their level of consciousness. But if you really want to have breakthroughs and just bust right through it instead of prolonging the shift, just sit with it, be with it, accept it, observe it, understand it. Understand what's happening and let it go. And you'll only get to the point of letting something go when you're able to face it. If you keep running away from it, if you keep hiding from it, you'll never make breakthroughs. Or you will. It's just it'll take you like this much longer when you can get it done like that. I'm currently undergoing a shift for sure. The past few days I've been experiencing like really heavy emotional stuff. I've gone through several of these in my 39 years on the planet. So I think the more you go through them, the easier it gets sometimes. Not always, but you're so accustomed to like the process and everything involved with it that I guess you're better prepared. You know what I mean? Instead of like so like I don't know, like in the beginning you get really stuck. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, months, years. But as these occurrences happen more frequently, you kind of get the gist of it and you're just like, okay, acknowledge what is happening. And now I'm just going to kind of allow it and move through it as graciously as possible. As graciously and as patiently as possible without trying to distract myself. I could be heading off to another subject, but I think I'm a pretty sensitive person, highly sensitive, and I'm not making excuses. I'm not trying to like use this as a crutch. I'm just acknowledging the way I'm wired. I mean, you can pretend to be something you're not, but I'm acknowledging who I am and how I operate, and that just makes things a little easier. Self-acceptance, self-acceptance, self-knowledge. This helps you to move through things more graciously when you understand your mechanism, its strengths, its weaknesses. Yeah, you can work on like building the muscles in areas of weakness, but I don't know, the way I was wired, I just feel like this world can be pretty harsh for me to navigate through. So I tend to isolate. Like I think sometimes people think that isolating oneself is abnormal, But I think it's completely normal. Seriously, you gotta question everything society has taught you. Um, Everything they taught you that was normal, try to see it from a different side of the coin, you know what I mean? Because you can't get a holistic perspective if you're just following what society tells you. You know, you got to explore the other half in order to become more holistic. So I made videos prior to this saying, like, you know, we've been taught that, you know, you have to, you, you shouldn't oversleep because, you know, I don't know, you'll feel sick. Maybe feeling sick is because you're detoxifying yourself or realigning yourself or letting new energies enter your system and old energies exit your system. And so that is that discomforting feeling you feel. But instead of like moving with it and moving through it, you get really afraid based on what everyone else has been feeding you, and you retract. Move into it. Anytime anything feels uncomfortable, move into it. But going back to isolation, like, I think we've been taught that we are social beings, and yeah, we can be. But when you base your identity on socializing and it becomes really ego based, I don't know how beneficial is that really. I think it's detrimental. You need time to retract and self-reflect, and so you can really see and feel who you really are and who you are not. You know, when you give yourself that space and that time to self-reflect, you start noticing where things are aligned and where things are not aligned. And then when you become aware of that, you can adjust yourself or adapt or discard or receive what you need in order to be more of who you really are. You know, you can listen to everyone outside of yourself, but that's their own trip, their own journey. You know, you have your own personal individual journey, and you are the only one who knows how to navigate it. You know, I think we get so unsure of ourselves because we've never been shown how to empower ourselves. We've always been shown how to be subservient and how to be you know, societal robots that just does whatever everyone else tells us to do. I don't know. I'm processing right now. Trying to understand it. I already know what's happening. I'm shifting. I'm transitioning. I'm shedding off old energies so that I can bring in new energies. And depending on how strong I am, will determine my ability to process what is the word? Shit. Successfully. Anyhow, I think I'm rambling. I'm gonna end it. Isolation is necessary. Anytime you feel any type of discomfort, that's just a telltale sign that you're transitioning to a new level of being. Don't run, don't hide. Sometimes sleep helps. Or you can run and hide. Just take longer for you. Maybe it'll take lifetimes for you to break through that one lesson that you could have done in a couple of years or weeks. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm saying. Blessings to one and all. Amen.